Hey, do you know how to get to Lubbock?
You got to take 61 up to 23.
Hey, Dillon East, right? You're the coach at Dillon East. You've lost your inner pirate. Sword. Have you ever heard swing your sword? You're supposed to swing your sword like this. You're swinging yours like this. I mean, you've got to find your inner pirate. A lot of times things just happen for a reason. We don't know why God wants it that way, but you can't make the best out of it until you get back your inner pirate. You might be the luckiest man alive and not even know it.
Here we go, baby! Find your inner pirate! Arr!
How you doing, man?
Let's go! Doing great. It's been a while. It's been like 3 weeks since we potted.
It has been. We had our
Excited.
we had our big draft. We had some complications come up last week, but we're here for a mega deal today. It's the mega pod.
Megapod! Yeah, we got to catch up. We got to catch up since we've haven't potted the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So we got these division previews. I mean, I'm ready to just jump right in, Drew. This is going to be a fucking meaty podcast. I hope you're hungry for just some football, just some football analysis right here.
Yeah. Well, I'm ready for the meat. I just had my dinner, so we'll lock in for a whole dinner and dessert here. Bang bang.
Hell yeah. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into the NFC East. This division has one of my favorite stats in all sports, Drew. No repeat champions since 2004.
Wow. Holy
And
shit.
you would think how good the Eagles have been lately, they would have gone back to back, but they haven't. The Cowboys won it in 23. It's just one of the most incredible stats, man. Can the Eagles break the streak though this year and go back to back?
Without a doubt. I mean, I think even if they had two major injuries, they're doing it again. It feels like they're the best stacked roster in all of football, and I'd be even surprised if they didn't make it to the NFC Championship, let alone Super Bowl. It'd be a major surprise to me.
Yeah. I think I'm right there with you on that. I mean, this team is absolutely stacked. We'll see. The NFC East did draw a bit of a tough schedule break this year, Drew. They're playing NFC North and AFC West. Those are the two best divisions in the NFL, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about these teams. Their strength of schedules are tough, are on the tougher end of the league. And the Eagles, we'll start with them.
Yeah.
Minus 160 to win the division, plus 325 for NFC, and plus 750 Super Bowl. 11.5 win total. Can they repeat? Can we get dueling dynasties, Drew? Can we get the Eagles in a dynasty, the Chiefs in a dynasty at the same time? That's kind of where my head's at with kind of big picture NFL going into this year. I think if the Eagles win it, I mean, I know they won their first Super Bowl with Nick Foles. It was kind of a different team, but still, that wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
If they could go back to back here, I think you could say Chiefs, Eagles, dueling dynasty, something I don't think we've ever seen in the NFL.
I mean, I think it's very easy to sit there, in the preseason and kind of say that. Who knows how the season is going to end up, but just as we're ranking them in the preseason, I mean, can I make a little quick pitch of their roster to you? Do you mind if I do a little quick pitch here? I mean, I'm just looking at it. Are you okay to say two of their tackles are top 5 in the league? Jordan Mailata and Lane Johnson. Do they have two top 5ers?
I think so.
Okay.
I
Can
think
I
so. Milata's a monster.
can I say top 1 to maybe 2 or 3 running back?
Yep.
How about top 5 wide receiver group? That one's maybe a little tougher,
Yeah,
but I feel like
I think it
they
is.
just got even.
I think AJ Brown's a top 5 receiver, and Devontae's one of the better number twos.
They got deeper. They traded for Jahan Dotson. They traded for John Mechie. So that's another one of them
This
there.
team is loaded.
It is. I don't know if I'd. Jalen Hurts, we could probably say top 10. Some people would argue he's top 5. Some people would argue he's out of top 10. Where do you fall on that?
Yeah. I put together my top 10 list a week ago. I had him at number 9.
Okay. Okay. And then as
But I mean, anywhere from like 7 to 10 is really interchangeable to me.
as far as the defensive line, I'd sit there and say probably I wouldn't say maybe them and the Giants are sort of number 1 as it stands right now and number 2, but I'd sit there and rank Eagles as the far number 1. I mean, 2 top 5 interior linemen in my opinion with
Uh-huh.
Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter. It's just
It's the Georgia boys.
it is. It is. So
And the secondary had been their weakness over the years. Um, but they added Quinyon Mitchell and DeGene in the draft last year. This Reed Blankenship, he's coming in to kind of replace C.J. Gardner Johnson. That's kind of one of their key departures this offseason on the defense. But yeah, the defense, we saw DeGene in the Super Bowl pick off Mahomes. And I think they got 2 studs there in the secondary.
I just think
There's just not a lot of weaknesses.
there's not. I mean I sit there and look at it and say they could suffer multiple injuries and still be like way up there. I'd even venture out to say their newly acquired quarterback. Who did they picked up Sam Howell in a trade today. Like I'd even sit
Yes,
there and say you put him in there and I'd feel comfortable with them winning games.
I think so. I think you're right on that. It's a loaded team, and Nick Sirianni, I don't think he's the best like X's and O's coach, but I think he's perfect for Philadelphia. I think he's perfect for kind of managing a team full of stars. I think he's kind of a players coach. The guys love playing hard for him, and yeah, I think he's willing to take the tough criticism you get in Philly from the fan base, from the media. He's got what it takes. I think he's a perfect fit there at coach. So maybe if there is a weakness, it's I don't know if Nick Sirianni's like an elite head coach or anything, but man, with this roster, with the GM Howie Roseman's built,
Yeah.
you just kind of got to steady the ship, you know. Just kind of take them to point A to point B. You know, don't try and reinvent the wheel because this team, you said it. I mean, where's the weakness here?
Yeah. I think the thing that pisses off the rest of the league is everybody's wanted their GM to play it like it's Madden, and to sit there and make the moves that you feel like are obvious. And Howie Roseman is really the only one who plays it literally like it's Madden and just stack the roster,
Uh-huh.
trade 6th round for this guy, sign this guy early. It's almost been an incredible run of flawless decisions over there from the fans' perspective.
Uh-huh. Yeah, being a Cowboys fan, man, I look at the Eagles, I pay attention to what they do, and they're just like you just said. The way they run the team, it's cutthroat. It's get as much talent as you can. It's pay guys early. They paid Jalen Hurts early. They got him at a discount. You know, it's go and trade your first round pick for AJ Brown. You know, accumulate depth, and that's just it's just not what the Cowboys do at all. So it's very frustrating to see the Eagles, but I respect the hell out of them. And Howie Roseman, man, I think he's the best GM in sports. Listened to his interview with the Pardon My Take guys a couple weeks ago when I was coming back from Tennessee, and man, he's so sharp, and his story's awesome, man. Like he kind of had a tough couple years, and they moved him out of GM. Remember that?
Yeah.
And they put him down in a different spot in the facility, and kind of had to grind his way back. And he learned from he took that way. He took the stuff that he didn't do so good, the stuff that he said he wanted to do when he got the job, he didn't do, and that was kind of a good reset year for him. And he's just been kicking ass ever since he came back. I mean, best GM in sports, Howie Roseman.
Yeah, I can agree to that. As much as it pains me to say it, because I sit there and look at them as probably the top competitor to the Chiefs right now.
Yeah,
But I have to give them their flowers.
it is. At least they're not in the same conference.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, just this team. They did lose some guys this offseason. You got to talk about Brandon Graham, just the OG legend. I think he was one of Howie Roseman's first draft picks. 15 years with the Eagles, Drew. So they're going to have to replace his leadership. And he's still a good edge rusher. And they lost Josh Sweat as well to the Cardinals, another edge rusher. Talked about C.J. Gardner-Johnson leaving. Milton Williams left. He got a big deal with the Patriots. But I think they got enough there to kind of weather the storm. They didn't do as much in free agency. They added Azeez Ojulari, who I kind of like, intra-division signing, former Giant. I think he'll give them some good edge rush depth. Josh Uche as well from the Patriots. I kind of like him.
From the Chiefs.
Oh yeah, he was with the Chiefs. He was with the Patriots, then the Chiefs.
I don't think he even ever got to get in there and play. And it's going to be one of those things that, because he just never got an opportunity in Kansas City. And we had him, we traded for him, we spent that capital, and we knew he doesn't fit Steve Spagnuolo's size for an edge. And it's going to be one of those things that if he starts accumulating stats this year, it's just going to kill Chiefs fans knowing that they gave him up and that they didn't even give him a chance.
Yeah. I hear that. I mean, probably just a little bit of not a good fit with Spags. But we'll see how he can do in Philly. It feels like they got to steal Drew in the first round of the draft, get this Jihad Campbell from Bama. I think he's going to start immediately at linebacker. And I really like their second round pick, Andrew Makuba out of Texas, safety. He'll replace C.J. Gardner-Johnson. I think he's a ball hawker. I think he's going to be a real steal for them.
Yeah.
And then, I like Kyle McCord in the 6th round, Drew. I don't know how he's been doing in preseason, but somebody's going to get him and turn him into a good backup. Even if he doesn't, if it's not with Philly, it'll be somewhere else. I mean, this guy slings it. So they had a lot of draft picks. Well, they're going to need to hit on some of them, with some veterans leaving. You talked about the Sam Howell trade today in Minnesota. Yeah, man, this offense, they are losing Kellen Moore at OC. So that's something to look at. Hired Kevin Patullo Um, I think he's going to just the tush push is still going to be there. I don't think he's going to have to reinvent the wheel here with this team. Vic Fangio runs the defense, 3-4 scheme. One of the legends of the game. Probably behind Spags, he might be my second best defensive coordinator. Jesse Minter's pretty good too. Yeah, man, that's the Eagles. Jake Elliott, he was kind of off last year at kicker. I know he missed like a ton of 50-plus yarders, but he's pretty good usually. I think he'll have a bounce back year. The schedule, Drew, 29th strength of schedule, so it's towards the bottom. It's one of the tougher schedules. +4 net rest edge. What do you think? Are they going to win this division? Or
Yeah.
are they going to go back to the Super Bowl?
I mean, I'd sit there and be shocked if both didn't happen. Um, they're going to win the division. Anything can happen in the playoffs. You can catch somebody off guard, but at where we stand right now, they put me down as taking them as a favorite in just about every game. Where we stand right now, things
I
happen,
think
things change.
even if Saquon goes down with a bad injury or something, I still think they'll win the division
Yeah,
with Shipley and AJ Dillon.
yeah.
I think they'll be just fine. But that and the new offensive coordinator, we know Hurts isn't the best pocket passer. If they're trailing in some games, they can't. They're not a good catch-up team. So that might be the one weakness with them. But yeah, I think they're going to end the streak and go back to back in the division. And I lean towards the over, but it is a tough schedule, so I'm not going to bet it. Let's go to the Commanders.
Jake, can I
Plus,
throw in just
yeah.
real quick? It wouldn't be Find Your Inner Pirate without a couple of technical issues. Is yours
Oh shit.
is your speaker next to something moving or anything? Because it's like it just sounds like it's getting tumbled down a hill a little bit.
Let me. Is it my fan? Maybe. Is that any better?
Yeah, way better.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Let's move to the Commanders now. +230 for the division. 10-1 NFC. 20-1 Super Bowl. 9.5 win total. Um, it was a magical season last year. It really was. We'll see if they can kind of bottle up that momentum and have it for this year. But it's tough in the NFL, man. Every season is a new year. You don't get to get any extra wins because you went on a big run in the playoffs with your rookie quarterback. It starts fresh. And teams, they're not going to sneak up on anybody this year
Yeah.
like they did last year. So it's going to be. We saw C.J. Stroud have a sophomore slump after an incredible rookie year. I'm not saying Jaden Daniels is going to have that. I think Jaden Daniels, he's 24. He's not a young puppy like Stroud. I think he's going to have another good year. Probably get them back to the playoffs. Maybe. I don't know. What do you think, Drew? You think this is a playoff team?
I mean, I've been pretty uh, plant my flag this whole off season that the Commanders are my biggest fade this year.
Mm,
I would be super confident taking the under 9.5 on their win total. Um,
yeah.
it was a lot of magic that happened last year. All those things that you mentioned. It's just something doesn't feel right. And even they're, they're one of the last teams that are still sitting there with contract negotiations with Terry McLaurin. He's still not even practice. Like
Yeah.
he is going to even take time to ramp up but I don't like the vibes there at all in the wide receiver room. I don't like their acquisitions that much either. I mean,
Don't like Debo coming in.
no, I don't. I'm I'm a little bit out on Debo, and really it was ever since the 49ers kind of wanted to move on from him, and he had a visible slump,
Yeah,
visibly slumped last year. I don't so, especially if you're going to be asking him to be the bell cow in that offense. I don't think when it comes time at the end of the season that he's going to have the juice to carry them. I mean, he's taken a lot of
yeah,
hits. And then what they're doing with their running back room,
no doubt.
don't get me wrong, I love me some Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. It's I've been vocal about that, but I don't love them getting rid of Brian Robinson. Their only sort of smasher on the inside. Um, we'll see. I think they got a lot older, a lot slower this off season, and
They're the oldest team in the league, I think.
yeah, and I think something that I know you can never predict it, but that offense, it runs through Jaden Daniels, and he is a guy that can get hurt very easily. He puts himself in harm's
Yeah,
way. And I remember that was the one thing Bill
yeah,
Belichick mentioned when they drafted him is it's going to be trouble to keep him healthy. Um, and so that's
yeah.
a
He's a
big
wiry
vulnerability.
guy.
I mean, if that happens at all during the season, you can count them out of games, in my opinion. So I'd sit there and,
Yeah.
and look at their under as probably one of my favorite bets to make.
Okay. I respect that. Man, I don't want to root against Jaden
Yeah,
Daniels. There's part of me that thinks Drew, and maybe he is already what we saw his rookie year was already kind of his ceiling. But if he's got anything more, man, I mean, this guy's going to be up there with the top four quarterbacks that are kind of in their own category. Talk about Mahomes, Allen, Lamar, and
yeah.
Burrow. I think Jaden Daniels can get in that group,
If if
but
there's one place that I look at and think, okay, maybe they can be a lot better here, it's the offensive line. Um, moving Connerly in,
yeah,
hopefully at right tackle. I don't know how his preseason has been. Andrew Wiley is serviceable, but he shouldn't be a starter guy. He should be your sixth man off the bench. And Laramie Tunsil,
right.
they paid up for Laramie Tunsil, who, by the way, Houston really wanted to get rid of. Houston had awful offensive line last year, and I think they looked at Tunsil as part of that. So I, it's hard for me to say that it's a good idea to get rid of Tunsil, but it's what they wanted to do. But I
Yeah,
look at it as an upgrade. I mean, left tackle Laramie Tunsil, I'd be happy if I'm Washington. So
for sure. Yeah, and you look at the offense, just Cliff Kingsbury, he's a great offensive coordinator. Don't These teams can't get in love with him though and try and make him a head coach again. Just let him be an offensive
yeah,
coordinator. That's what he's good at.
yeah.
So it's going to be the fourth down thing from last year, Drew. They're not going to repeat that. That was insane. They converted like 22 for. I don't think they. I think they converted every fourth down they went for last year,
Wow.
or damn near. So I know that's something a lot of people think is going to regress this year. Defensively, Dan Quinn runs that defense. We know how good he is. I love when he wears his backwards hat. He's just a fucking gamer as a coach. I think he gets his players really inspired to play. That's one thing I noticed when he was with the Cowboys is that defense was just inspired. They played with their heart on their sleeve, And then when Dan Quinn left, it was just gone immediately. So this team they're going to play with swagger, they're going to play with confidence. But yeah, I think you see this in the NFL, man. Team goes on an unexpected run that next year they're kind of going to regress a little bit, and we don't want it to happen. But you're right, pointing out Jaden Daniels, his durability. He's wiry. He's not a big guy. Runs a lot. Runs more than any quarterback in the league, pretty much. So yeah, I'm probably with you on the under here, Drew. The O line's not very good. Wanted to touch on that. 19th according to PFF. 19th strength of schedule, and minus 13 net rest edge. So yeah, I kind of like the under here
Yeah.
too, Drew. I don't think I'm going to bet it, but this is a team I might look to fade during the season.
Well, no, I mean, I think I'd actually play it the opposite because I just think that as we sit here and look at it right now, um, the best case scenario for me would be Washington winning 11 games. That would be the best case scenario. But I think there's a lot of stuff that can go wrong for them. Talking about anything from the running back room doesn't come out the way that they thought it would. The wide receiver room gets off
Yeah.
to a slow start or a slow finish. Their older guys really, start wheezing in the second half of the season. Jaden Daniels gets injured. There's a lot of things that I feel like could go really wrong for them. And that best case
Yeah.
scenario, I think it's much more likely that a worst case scenario happens. And well, I mean, I think 9 games, they could win 9 games, and that would still be under. But I think it could be worse than that. I'd
Okay.
I'd put them maybe even in danger of missing the playoffs this year. That's where I kind of have them,
Yeah, I think
unfortunately.
that's a good bet. Let me look at that real quick, see what their odds are to miss the playoffs. I think that's a good bet. We'll move to the Cowboys next. Those fucking Cowboys. While I'm looking at plus 130 to miss the playoffs, Drew.
That's not the best odds. I don't
Yeah.
know. Let me wet my beak a little bit. Come on.
Yes. Yeah. Let's look at the fucking
Yeah.
Cowboys. Plus 575 to win the NFC East. 21 to win the Super Bowl, or 40 to 1 to win the Super Bowl. 7.5 win total. Um, I'm excited about certain elements of this team, but at the end of the day, Drew, they're soft as fuck on defense. I've already seen it in the preseason. They can't stop the run again. Brian Schottenheimer, I mean, what are we doing with this hire, Jerry Jones? This is he wasn't even going to be a coordinator. And we have to go and hire him. America's team has to hire this guy that nobody wanted. This guy would be coaching high school if the Cowboys didn't fucking sign him. This is a fucking joke. The O line's a joke, Drew.
Hey,
Yeah, Tyler Booker, we can get excited. First round pick. But he's not gonna be as good as Zach Martin was. Downgrade. Tyler Guyton, disaster as a rookie. Not even sure if he's going to be healthy for week one with a knee injury. Downgrade. 23rd ranked O line. Dak Prescott's not going to survive the season.
well, then maybe Joe Milton becomes the star.
And Joe Milton looked good yesterday. Joe Milton needs to win that job somehow. You know? Dak's gonna miss a game or two at least. Maybe Joe Milton can come in and just fucking light the world on fire. That's my fever dream. My fever dream is Joe Milton comes in and just looks better than Dak, and somehow the Cowboys, Jerry Jones decides to get rid of Dak and just let's start over. Let's go with Joe Milton the whole year. Let's just tank for Arch Manning.
Hey,
That's what I want.
Jonathan Mingo could have a breakout year this year. Jay, this could be.
Jonathan Mingo should be playing in the fucking AFL. Spend a fucking trade a fourth round pick for his ass. I mean, just a joke. They just give out draft picks like it's candy.
Hey,
Because Jerry thinks he's the smartest man in the room.
you guys have the best kick returner in the whole league.
Yeah, Turpentine, baby. He's fun. CD Lamb. I mean, they got fun players. It's the Cowboys. They got some good players here, but the team. I can't get excited about the team. I get excited about CD Lamb. I get excited. Let's pay Micah his money. Damn it! What the fuck are they doing?
Hey, they could
Pay the man his money.
They could get away with paying him
He's a
$24 million this year. It's a
and
smart
then
business
just
move.
and then just fucking franchise tag him. I mean, come on, Jerry. This is what I'm talking about. They wait to the last second. They don't get any discount. They don't make any winning moves in the off. They don't cut players. They don't they're the I remember last year they were dead last in net cash spending. Jerry Jones is a cheap fuck. Everybody thinks, oh, he's so rich and the Cowboys are such a glamour franchise. He runs this thing so Mickey Mouse, it's embarrassing. It they just it's disgusting. Dak Prescott's contract is disgusting. It's disgusting. Most overpaid athlete on the planet.
Listen, Stephen Jones paired with Jerry's AI is going to usher in. It's going to usher in a new era for Dallas.
The golden age. And we'll be having AI Jerry will have us in these fucking contract disputes and training camp every year. He'll just have us fucked for eternity. You know?
AI Jerry's going to be saying,
We'll be
we're going to ride it
drafting
out
the
to.
next Ezekiel.
Yeah.
We'll be drafting the next Ezekiel Elliott, 4th overall.
Yeah. And then overpaying him in his twilight
Just
years.
ridiculous. This this running back room, Drew, is just absolutely disgusting. This is one of the worst running back rooms I've ever seen. And that's saying something in this era where everyone's going with running back by committee. Well, the Cowboys are taking that to a next level here. Javonte Williams, Miles Sanders, and Jaden Blue.
Hey, do not
All
forget
three
about Phil
guys.
Maffa. Phil Maffa looks like a beast out there.
Phil Maffa. Good name. But I don't think they're going to run the ball at all. I think they're just going to throw it 40 times a game.
Get it to Jonathan
Dak
Mingo.
with that O line, Dak's going to get injured. I mean, I'm going to be shocked if he plays all 17. Um, yeah, I mean, George Pickens is going to be fun.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see him throw his helmet on the sideline. And I was watching a little bit of that Cowboys documentary that's on Netflix that just came out. Watched most of the first episode. Michael Irvin, man, he had some fucking fire in him.
Hmm.
He reminds me a little bit of George Pickens. They said, he won so much at Miami in college, and then he went to the Cowboys, and they were brutal his first year or two. And he just didn't understand what losing was like, and he was just losing his mind. And I think Jerry liked it,
uh,
and Jerry likes these kind of guys.
yeah,
And I think he saw that in George Pickens.
yeah, for sure.
So I think it was a good pickup. I think the Tyler Booker was a good draft pick. I like the second round pick too, Ezraku. Um, they draft pretty well. That's one thing I'll give the Cowboys, and it's not anything to do with Jerry. It's Will McClay. Will McClay's running the draft.
Well,
Um, the defense, Matt Eberflus comes in from the Bears. Um, yeah, I don't know how excited. I mean, 4-3 scheme. It's a lot different than what Mike Zimmer was running last year. Um, I mean, it's all about Micah Parsons. They gotta have this is gonna be the worst defense in the league if he doesn't play.
what you guys got a shiny new former first round corner, Kyrie Elam.
He's a bust.
He's a first rounder.
Uh, maybe he can find something. I don't
What,
know.
Deron
Maybe Eberflus.
Deron Bland? He was all pro, wasn't he?
Yeah, Deron Bland's the best corner on the team. Diggs, Diggs is pretty overrated. He's not the same guy after his ACL. I mean, the interior of the D line, Drew, it's just a joke. They just get manhandled. Mozzie Smith, just a fucking bust. 2023 first rounder. They did bring in my boy Kenneth Murray. I like him at linebacker. Um,
Brought in Perion Winfrey.
yeah, another former Sooner. Jerry likes adding these. I mean, you can tell Jerry. All he watches is like OU, Texas, Arkansas, and like some SEC. And that's just all we draft from is those schools.
Is Trevon Diggs
uh,
is he out this year or what's his injury?
he's injured. Yeah, he's banged up. I think he'll be good to go.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, I mean,
Best
I'm taking the under.
best defensive player in all of football. Don't forget that.
Who? Fucking
Micah.
no.
Yeah.
Miles Garrett.
No. If there were a
I like
draft
Miles Garrett.
if there were a draft right now, he'd be the first defensive player taken.
Yeah, because of his age.
Well, that factors into it.
He's not a good leader. He's a me guy.
Well,
I wouldn't be mad if they got fucking 3 first rounders for him.
yeah, I hear you.
The Cowboys, they are good on special teams. You got to give them that, man. It's a strength of the team. Brandon Aubrey, Brian Anger at punter, he's really good. And you mentioned him, Turpentine, baby. Get him the ball. He'll run some back. 22nd strength of schedule +5 net rest edge. I think it's a 7-10 team. I take the under. Let's go to the Giants. Drew, you got anything else on the Cowboys?
No, I just like giving you some grief on him.
Yeah. Um. So the Giants are 22-1 to win the NFC East, 125-1 to win the NFC, and 200-1 to win the Super Bowl. 5.5 win total. A lot of young talent here, Drew. I do think the Giants have some pieces. They have some winning pieces. As much as we like to clown on GM Joe Shane, he has brought in some good players. But there's just no depth. We talked about it when we broke down this depth chart. I mean, injury here, injury there. This team's going to be fucked, and especially on the O line with Andrew Thomas. He's really the only thing holding that O line together at left tackle. If he misses any time, and he's kind of been an injury guy, this O line will be the worst in the league. Um, that Jackson Dart's looked good in the preseason. You know, I've enjoyed watching him. I didn't think too much of him coming out. Just the Ole Miss offense is really quarterback friendly. I didn't know how good he actually was, but he's got dual threat ability. I like what I've seen. You get Russell Wilson in there. You get Jameis in there. Jameis, really good backup. We'll see. They're going to keep all three of these guys, I bet.
Well, I'm going to wait until walk the plank to talk about their QB situation.
Okay. Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
They got Tracy at running back.
Scattaboo, Singletary.
Scattaboo, yeah, Scattaboo's got a lot of people excited. Malik Neighbors, man, get him a decent quarterback this year. He's gonna light it up. Hopefully, he can stay healthy. Had a concussion last year. Um, Abdul Carter defensively coming in.
Their defensive line, Jay, is, I think, going to be a sight to see. Brian Burns, Abdul Carter, Sexy Dexy in the middle, Kayvon
Yeah,
Kayvon Thibodeau.
yeah, they call him the fearsome foursome.
Yeah, little.
I think they're going to be elite up front.
Yeah, and then
If
little sprinkle of some Roches Nunez or Nunez Roches. Who doesn't like a little
uh,
sprinkle of that?
yeah, I like that. And I like the little Micah McFadden at linebacker.
Yeah,
He makes plays. This front seven's gonna be good,
yeah, it
man.
is.
Um, if they can play with a lead and unleash the pass rushers, they're gonna be tough to deal with. Um, I really like this Paulson Adebo in the secondary. I think he's pretty promising. He's shown some things. I always liked him going back to his days at Stanford. Who's their defensive coordinator? Fucking
Shane Bowen.
Shane Bowen. Yeah, he came from Tennessee. Uh, I don't think they're going to be very good, Drew. But that defensive line is going to be a sight to see.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't. The problem is they're going to be trailing too much,
Yeah,
and teams are just going to run it right at them.
I don't think anybody is really expecting a big year from them, which is kind of an advantage for them. I mean, they will be they will be underestimated by most teams. And I think we'll see some promising, flashy stuff from neighbors, from the defensive line. It'll be a fun year. It'll be an
Yeah,
exciting year to build towards next year.
yeah. I wonder if Shane keeps his job. Probably not, but we'll
I
see.
think you'd like to see him keep it,
Um,
right?
yeah, he's good for content. Maybe his son one day takes over his job. He was a big Jaden Daniels guy. All right. Yeah, that's the NFC East. I think it's the Eagles to win. Um, we'll see if they can break the streak. Let's move to the AFC West now, Drew. Your division,
Yeah.
your Chiefs, baby. How many years in a row have they won it? Do you know?
Oh. I think it's been like 8 straight.
Yeah, that sounds right. But yeah, I think this is the best division in the league this year.
Yeah.
I really do. I think all four teams could make the playoffs. Now, that mathematically, I don't think that there's three wild. It could happen, I guess, but I don't think it will. But I just think we get four playoff caliber teams here, and people are going to laugh when I say that about the Raiders, but we'll talk about them. The Raiders have had a really good offseason.
Yeah.
You know, Brady's in there doing his thing, putting his touch on it. I like it. And we see just the coaching in this division, man. I mean, it's Harbaugh, Reed, Carroll,
Yeah. Peyton.
and Sean Payton. It's four Hall of Fame coaches. It's incredible.
We've never
So I'm excited to see.
we've never seen this collection of coaches in one division. I'll say it. It's never been a collection of this talented coaches all in one division.
Yeah, yeah, I think you're right. They're gonna play the AFC North and the NFC East this year. So we'll get a Chiefs Cowboys game at some point. I don't know what week, but that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Um, Probably more fun for you than me. Chiefs, they're minus 130 to win the division, Drew, and that's the lowest I can remember seeing for them in the Mahomes era. I mean, that Vegas thinks they're the favorite, but not, I mean, just barely.
There's
Um,
there's real there's real fear this time around. I Jay, this movie was seen before a couple of years ago when the division loaded up with Russell Wilson over at the Broncos and the Chargers.
uh-huh.
The Chargers bring in, who was it? Khalil Mack. Did they bring in
Yeah,
Khalil Mack and some other guys? The Raiders bring in Chandler Jones and Devontae Adams, and just everybody loaded up. Um,
uh-huh.
and I remember thinking, God, this is hilarious. You guys are going to put yourselves in cap hell just to lose again. And it was clear as day to me. But this year does feel a little bit different. I mean, the Cowboys seem really scary, or not Cowboys. The Broncos seem really scary. Um,
Uh-huh.
um, I think Peyton has those guys humming over there. Bo Nix is the real deal. He's a good quarterback over there. They love their team. They've got a stable of running backs over there, and it really does feel like sort of, everybody's been trying to throw darts, and now they've kind of lined us up on the bullseye, and they're all ready to start hitting bullseyes on us. It feels different this year.
Yeah,
I I'm not surprised that it is so low, and I do think it's possible that it's a very tight race, and that we could lose a division lead spot to somebody. And I think most likely Broncos. But I do have confidence in our boys. I mean, I I like where the team is at, but it does feel different
hmm
this time around.
yeah, I get that. I think with the Chiefs, we got to start at left tackle,
Yeah,
Drew. I think we're excited about Simmons, aren't we? I mean,
huge.
you said he's drawn rave reviews this offseason.
Yeah, he looks the part. Um, Most athletic tackle we've had. Um, if there's anything that he could use a little bit more of, it's some punch. He doesn't have
Uh-huh.
extreme punch as a left tackle, but I mean, we're splitting hairs. He is. It's a massive, massive, massive upgrade over what we've had. And it's shown in the preseason. Mahomes feels the confidence to sit in the pocket and launch deep balls. Trey Smith,
Right.
Trey Smith sticking on the offensive line. He gets paid. Dude, I don't know if you saw this play that just happened this weekend, but it was Trey Smith, was looking for a guy. He went to go help out at whoever the tackle had, and he boom
Uh-huh.
lays out that defender on the ground. Looks over, there's another guy chasing Mahomes. Boom, lays him on the ground. I mean, he
Love it.
is he is a man among boys out there. Trey Smith. Um,
Yeah, he's a monster.
yeah,
Glad to see him get paid this off season.
yeah. It's it's surprisingly so similar of an offense. I mean, the only thing is they have Hollywood Brown is gonna start the season with us this year, which he
Yeah.
didn't get to play much last year at all. So we have them all there, and Juju Smith Schuster, he'll be mixed in there as he was. Um, we have a good sixth lineman, Jalen Moore from the 49ers.
Yes.
He's kind of the only real addition on this offense. Him and Gardner Minshew. But Jalen Moore will be. He seems to be looking like he'll be on the bench, but a terrific sixth man wherever need be.
Yeah. Yeah, they gave him a 2-year, $30 million deal.
Yeah,
So they like him. They value having that sixth O lineman. That we'll see if I bet Andy Reid's gonna draw some stuff up with six O linemen and make one of them eligible and down in the red zone. I bet that's gonna happen.
we'll see here.
See, see.
I mean, it's
But yeah, Reid, man, I have so much people talk. We know how great Mahomes is, how fun he is to watch, but I just love watching Andy Reid just draw stuff up,
yeah,
especially down there in the goal line. He's so creative.
he is
But yeah,
the one thing we still don't have is, I mean, Chiefs fans have just hated this for years. We don't have a 3rd and 1 play. It's the one thing that Andy Reid just
yeah,
is.
not the best short
Yeah,
yardage.
yeah,
Yeah, I get that. They need they need to get a fucking fullback and just run some fullback
yeah.
dive.
We had Carson Steele. Carson Steele was that guy. We've
Yeah.
had him. It doesn't work either. I mean, they
Yeah.
really go stupid. They'll bring in Travis Kelsey to play quarterback and do a QB sneak, and
Yeah.
it just gets dumb. It gets, and then they try and give it to Pacheco, and he gets stood up. They just play dumb on 3rd and 1. It's been their Achilles heel. But yeah, I mean, Jay, the
Yeah.
offense, you're looking at the exact same thing, except Kingsley Suamataia is moving from left tackle to left guard. You can think of Hollywood
Uh,
Brown as a signing because we didn't have him last year, but he's new,
yeah.
and Josh Simmons at left tackle. But besides that, it's all your staples still there on the offensive line. Um, Pacheco is going to be the running back. Mahomes, Kelsey, Worthy, Rasheed Rice.
Yeah. It's going to be an interesting group, man. I hope we can see Mahomes really air it the fuck out
Yeah,
like we did early in his career. That's what I'm really hoping to see.
it's going to
But
be
either way, even if not, it'll just be like last year, and they'll find a way to win or
yeah,
pull the games out. They were 12-0 and one score games last year, just insane.
yeah,
And a lot of people say, "Oh, they're so lucky." No, they make their own luck.
yeah,
They're just like the Patriots were. They're just like the Patriots were. They said the same thing about the Patriots. They make their own luck. They do the little things right. They don't beat themselves, you know?
But it's also part of it is we're in so many one score games. I mean, to the opposite end of that, it's Andy Reid and Mahomes. They sometimes feel like they're playing with their food, is what
Yeah.
is how they put it. I mean, they'll let the Carolina Panthers stick around in a 3-point game. They'll let they'll just do that and they'll frustrate you and then they'll gain that control and get the shot of adrenaline in the final 2 minutes. And that's just how they play. It's
Yeah.
life on the edge.
It's a lot of fun to
It
watch.
is.
Um, yeah, we know Spags on defense, how great he is. Really love his scheme, man. It's an aggressive, blitzing kind of team. I mean, he'll send guys from all three levels.
Yeah.
Um, and the defense was really what carried the team last year.
Yeah.
It was dominant, man. I love this defense, and with Chris Jones kind of anchoring things, but you got all these other guys. Mike Dana, I like Mike Dana
Yeah.
for some reason. I just always like him.
He Mike
Karloff.
Mike Dana is one of these guys that Spags loves these guys that are just sort of missized. Do you put him in defensive tackle? Do you put him in defensive end? They're he's fat and fast. That's sort of what you like out of,
Uh-huh.
or he's short and quick or stuff like that. Spags loves those kind of guys that just have a
Uh-huh.
weird missized thing about them, a weird quirk, and he'll put them against a guy that they match up perfectly against. It's how he plays. And really, the only ones that you're going to see a staple of is going to be Chris Jones and George Karloftis, who just got paid this offseason.
Hmm.
But everybody else, Mike Pinnell, Charles Omenihu, Michael Dana, the rookies, Omar Norman Lott, Ashton Gelati, they're all,
Yeah.
and we traded even for Derek Nottie back, bring him back today. So those guys all just mix in there in different packages, different schemes. He likes to rotate them and keep them
Yeah,
fresh. Should be interesting.
for sure. I really like them adding Jerry Tillery too. I didn't That one kind of flew under my radar
Yeah,
until I realized.
he hasn't done shit this offseason. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if he's not part of the team, Jay. I mean,
Okay.
really,
Yeah, he's
that Derek Nottie trade today kind of tells me maybe that's where they're leaning.
yeah, you're probably right. I just always liked him. I probably just because he was a first round pick
Yeah.
back in the day. But yeah, I'm excited for this defense, man. It's been one of the better defenses in the league for a while. And when you give, it's not fair to give Mahomes and Reed Steve Spagnuolo. I mean, it's just a cheat code with these guys. So a lot of fun. Um, the front seven, I like the line. I like you said. Uh, what's his name got paid?
Karloftis,
Nick Bolton,
Nick Bolton got paid. Yeah.
and I like Tranquil as well. I mean, it's just a really good front seven.
Chanel is a monster. Leo Chanel. Um,
Yeah.
he, I mean, he blocked a kick last year. I don't know if you remember that against the Broncos. They were about to kick
Yep.
the game winner, and he just turned into a monster.
That was the one where I was like, the Chiefs may never lose
Yeah.
again. Yes, they were just dead in the wall. It was like a 20-yard field
Uh
goal,
huh.
too. It's ridiculous.
The one to keep your eye on, Jay. They struck gold this year in the fifth round. Linebacker Jeffrey Bassa. He's looked incredible.
Okay. Okay. Keep an eye on him.
Keep an eye on him. He looks good.
In the secondary, Trent McDuffie's one of the better corners in the
Yeah.
league, and Jalen Watson. I like Joshua Williams.
Uh,
A lot of it's kind of like the front seven as well, Drew. There's a lot of unsung heroes. Kamari Connor, you know, um, but it's just good players, and
well,
McDuffie's the leader.
the secondary, I think, is the biggest question mark at the moment. McDuffie, there's no
Okay.
question marks there. McDuffie is the guy. They
Yeah.
the thought is that they kind of want him to play slot. That's where he naturally fits best. And so they
Yeah.
brought in Christian Fulton from Los Angeles Chargers. He's a bigger guy. He can kind of go man up. And we just don't know a whole lot about him. He hadn't really played whole lot this off season. I think he had an injury. Nazeed Johnson, we lost a lot of credibility with him throughout last year's playoffs. He kind of helped us string along last year, but he didn't look great. Jalen Watson didn't look great last year late in the playoffs. Um, and
Mhm.
and some of these safeties, we feel like we have a safety issue. Whether it's Chamari Connor, Brian Cook, Jaden Hicks, there's some promise there,
Yeah.
but it's like nobody's really taking a role and owning it big time. They all have their little mistakes. Um,
Yeah.
so we'll see. I mean, they even brought in Mike Edwards. I think he could even. I don't know how old he is, but he played very well whenever we had called on him in the past. So they brought him back this off season.
Okay.
But if there's
See if he can.
if there's some mistakes made on this team this year, I'd say circle the defensive backs, specifically maybe the safeties or the corners that like one of those positions just nags on the team throughout the year.
Okay. Special teams. Harrison Bucker, one of the better field goal kickers in the league. He's got a strong ass leg. The punt god, Matt Araiza, he's got a strong ass leg too at punter.
Yeah.
So good special teams. Is Worthy gonna be return guy?
Uh it depends. I mean, I don't know if they're going to be willing to use him there. I think they've really liked Nico Remigio if he can make the team,
Oh yeah.
but that's all he would add is really just special teams. So I don't know. I'd love to see Worthy back there. I honestly would.
Yeah, I think they should with the new kickoff rules.
Yeah.
Um 27th strength of schedule, so one of the tougher schedules, +2 net rest edge. Is it like last year where they're going to be playing every day of the week? Because I
Something
know
like
they're
that.
playing them on Christmas again, right?
Yeah. And I think our first 6 games are all prime time.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that'll be fun, man. I can't wait to see this off. I really hope it's more dynamic this year on offense. I want to see big plays because Mahomes has one of the better arms we've ever seen, but I want to see him air it out,
He will this year.
But
You have my word. He's going to air it out this year. And I also think he's going to tuck it and run it this year quite a bit.
ooh,
Yeah.
yeah, I'd love to see that.
But my
Yeah.
my biggest Twitter rival, Warren Sharp, um, he was when is he not bitching? But he was bitching about the Chiefs and all their primetime games. Whatever. The Chiefs
Yeah.
love it. It's like they don't need
Who cares?
yeah, they don't need Warren Sharp to sit there and cry
We
about
love
it.
the we love the Chiefs because we know that the Chiefs are going to give us a good game.
And they love being in the
They're probably going to
spotlight.
win, but yeah, and you want to see Taylor Swift. I mean, come on. Last ride with Kelsey.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Anything else before we move to the Broncos?
No.
All right. The Broncos, baby. This is a real buzz team right now, and I'm high on them too, but it feels like everybody else is as well.
Yeah.
Plus 275 to win the division, 14 to 1 AFC, 35 to 1 Super Bowl, 9.5 win total. I mean, we love what we saw from Bo Nix last year. He was great. He led all rookies in passer rating, got them to the playoffs, brings great mobility too. I mean, I love me some Bo Nix. Um, Excited to see what him and Peyton got cooked up for year two together. And what I'm really excited about, Drew, is this offensive line. Second ranked offensive line, according to PFF. All five starters are back. My boy Ben Powers at center, former Sooner, had a good career, man. Mike McGlinchey at right tackle is reliable. Garrett Bowles is a fucking beast. Looks like he finally got rid of his holding issues. That was really holding him back early in his career. But yeah, the Broncos, man, and they picked up Quinn Miners, or they didn't pick him up, but he's a really good right guard. I mean, I know the Eagles have the best offensive line, but man, outside of them, this thing's elite. This is one of the more elite lines. I'm excited to see this offense. Marvin Mims, my guy at wide receiver, I think he's gonna have a breakout year. And he's a really good. He was a Pro Bowl returner last year. I didn't realize that.
Hmm.
I think he's. I think he's really poised for a larger role this year.
I think their wide receivers are just going to be, you just don't know who it's coming from. I think
Yeah.
Marvin Mims sort of feels like, I agree with you. It could, I mean, in a way, it sort of feels like that year that Nico Collins was underrated. You remember that?
Uh
And
huh.
then he
Uh
had
huh.
this monster season. It kind of feels like that. Cortland Sutton is a beast there. Troy Franklin. I've been hearing a lot about Troy Franklin has a lot
Uh
a
huh.
lot going for him. And Pat Bryant, the rookie.
Yeah. Yeah. Peyton's been talking up Pat Bryant. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting offense, and they brought in the Joker free agency,
Yeah.
Evan Ingram. That could be huge for them. Former first round pick. He's had an up and down career, but I think he's going to really be a nice fit in this offense. And yeah, man, I mean, Sean Payton's going to do his thing, and Bo Nix. We'll see what year two looks like. I think it's going to be good. Um, Defensively, this is going to be one of the better defenses too. You got Pat Surtain, kind of the anchor there. A lot of people have him as the best cornerback in the league. He's right up there. Had a 90.1 PFF grade in coverage last year. He locks down one side of the field. You're not going to Pat Surtain's side of the field very often.
Yeah.
And another former Sooner, Drew. I'm sorry. I like this Broncos team.
Yeah.
I'm going to be rooting for him this year. Another former Sooner, Nick Bonito, had had a breakout year last year, 11 and a half sacks, all pro season, entering a contract year. So maybe or did he, I thought he got paid the other day. Maybe I missed that. Not sure.
I'm not sure
But either
either.
way, he's kind of their key edge rusher on the interior. You got Zach Allen, 10 sacks last year, pretty good. And yeah, I just think it's going to be an interesting front seven. And the secondary, led by Sertan, I think is going to lock down part of the field. So I'm high on him, man. I think this this is a legit playoff team.
Yeah.
I mean, Sean Payton's been talking about it. He thinks he's got a Super Bowl team on his hands here. I
Yeah.
don't know if I go quite that far. I don't know if I go quite that far just because I don't know if I see them in the same level as Chiefs, Bills, and Ravens, but man, they might be the number 4 team for me right now in the AFC.
It does feel like he just put a lot of pressure on them. And maybe that's what he wants, but I mean, you think that they might want to sort of ride under the radar for a little bit, don't you think?
Yeah, yeah, he's Sean Payton's. He's a little cocky sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Will Lutz at kicker, he's pretty solid. Um, can work with him. It's been a great offseason for these guys. I really like what they've been doing. This was a team I had my eye on this offseason. Just kind of the way they went with year one with Bo Nix and Peyton. I really like what I saw, and I really like this offseason. So I do think this is a Super Bowl contender. At 35-1, I might put a little pizza money bet on that. Um, I just and the win total, man. I know everybody's been betting it, but I still 9.5 win total. I'd like to go over on that. And I love. Oh, I didn't mention the Hufanga pickup at safety. Wow, that was one of my favorite pickups of
Yeah.
all off season. He's going to be huge for them.
Uh, yeah. It is a good one.
But yeah, I think I'm going to get down on the Broncos to win it all. Just a little pizza money bet. Just a little one of fly. Got to take some flyers. But yeah, let's go to the Chargers.
Yeah. By the way,
I'll,
I'm
I'll
not ready to
start.
go there for myself. I think it's going to be one more year of the Chiefs kicking some ass. But
Hell yeah.
I recognize that the hordes are at the gates.
Yeah. I think it'll be a fun division race, Chiefs Broncos and this Chargers team. I was willing to put them in the discussion too, but man, this Rashawn Slater injury really kind of.
Yeah.
I know they're gonna move Joe Alt. They're gonna move Joe Alt to left tackle. Um, they think they're gonna be all right, but part of the reason why I like the whole reason why I thought the Chargers could be a really good team this year is starting with the offensive line, and I don't know. But I am excited. I think they've had a good offseason as well. Um, Jim Harbaugh in his second year wants to get Justin Herbert in the Hall of Fame. We'll see. They had a strong draft class. They've added some wide receivers, added Trey Harris, who I really like. In the second round, I think he could come on. They signed Keenan Allen a couple weeks ago, and Najee Harris. Is he
Yeah.
seeing yet?
Yeah, his eye
Is
is
he still
back.
blind?
It's seemingly they want him to play week 1.
Okay, okay.
I don't know, Jake, I
Well,
want to jump in there real quickly about
yeah.
Harbaugh. Th- Tell me if I'm off here. There's something just feels a little bit off about Harbaugh. There's a manufactured energy that feels a little bit fake. He makes them sing in the locker room,
Mm.
right? They do makes them do a lot of high fives. Um, oh, I woke up and Justin Herbert is a Hall of Famer, and it's he's not. He, he doesn't.
what about the what about the story last off season where Herbert was and a bunch of Chargers employees were stuck in an elevator? Remember that?
Oh yeah, yeah,
And Harbaugh was like, "Man, I wish I was there." He was pissed he wasn't in the waiting in the elevator with everybody. He's like, "Man, what a bonding opportunity."
yeah. To me,
He's just a quirky guy.
I feel like he wouldn't have the same buy-in from the guys to where they're sort of like, our coach is a little bit wacky. How, every time you see him, you've got to say, I'm going to attack the day with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind. And it just feels a little
Yeah.
fake. It feels a little fraud, a little manufactured, a little, I don't know. It feels like they will force themselves to put on a good attitude,
You could.
but in this league of legends in the AFC West, where you've got Andy Reid and Sean Payton, you need more than just manufactured enthusiasm. You need true buy-in, true. We're going to smash your mouth in. We
Yeah.
believe in our guys. We believe in our coach, and that something just feels a little bit off about Harbaugh and the
Okay.
Chargers.
I feel that. I I I don't know. I just think Hardball is a 101. I think it's all real with him. I think he's just all he just wakes up and all he thinks about is football.
Yeah,
And that kind of rah-rah stuff works with the football team.
yeah, it does.
And it's probably, his roots are as a college football coach, so I think that you see more of that in college. But I think it works, especially for the younger players.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and hey,
but I get what you're saying.
if anything, Justin Herbert, he's sitting there, got a new hotshot girlfriend, Madison Beer. She's a
Uh
star. Gonna
huh.
be some little aura that goes Justin Herbert's way.
Yeah, he needs
He
it.
does need it, doesn't he?
He was a tough guy to rank in my top 10 quarterbacks. I definitely think he deserves to be on the top 10 list, but I had some chirps like Herbert shouldn't be in, but I believe in Herbert. I think he's one of the better talents we have at quarterback, and I think him and Harbaugh, I don't know if they'll ever win a Super Bowl. It's just the AFC right now is so tough, but I think they'll win a playoff game or two in the next couple weeks. Maybe not this year, but I do think they'll have success long term. But I get why people like to clown on Herbert. Hasn't won playoff games. Um, he's melted down. He melted down in that Jags playoff
Yeah,
game a few years ago. I get it. I get why people say he's overrated, but I look at him as a talent and I'm just mesmerized.
yeah.
His arm strength.
But
I think he has what it
that's
takes.
why they clown on him. He's the if man. It's
Yeah,
if this, if that. I mean, it's funny. It's a funny one to have, but and I don't know why that's just stuck with him and it's not Josh Allen or Joe Burrow or anything. It's just Justin Herbert is the if man. But
yeah.
it was funny.
And he didn't perform well versus the Texans
Yeah,
in the playoffs. It was a bad
yeah.
game.
The funny one is when they the rumors leaked about him with Madison Beer. There was somebody said, "Are they putting this man into hypothetical relationships now?" Because it wasn't confirmed yet. They're just saying maybe he's.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah,
But yeah, the offense. Greg Roman's the offensive coordinator. We know him and Harbaugh want to run the ball. West Coast offense. It's just kind of a hallmark of Harbaugh's teams over the years. Najee and Hampton, I think they're going to be really good together. And you got Kamani Vidal and Hassan Haskins behind them, and they're going to run it a shit ton. They added Mekhi Becton at right guard from the Eagles. Alt's going to move to left tackle. I think they'll be okay, but without Slater, I don't see them as like a team that's going to make a deep playoff run. I think they could make the playoffs without him, but it's going to be a lot tougher.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I see the
I
offense.
can't forget about their signing, who's just made his way into the no name team. I hate the new name, but it's Naeem Hines. They brought in him. Don't forget
Oh
about him.
yeah,
But he's now Naeem Miller Hines. I don't know why he changed it.
yeah, yeah. We'll see if he can get some run.
Probably not.
Defensively, Jesse Minter, a 3-4 defense. They led the NFL in points allowed last year, so he's a really good defensive coordinator. Followed Harbaugh from Michigan. Um, they lose Joey Bosa this offseason, but they like this Tuli Tuapalatu
Yeah.
on the edge. He's pretty good. Him and Khalil Mack. They got Kyle Kennard as a depth piece. Um, Drafted Jamari Caldwell at defensive tackle. See if he can get some action. It's this defense. It's kind of weird. It's like this. The sum is better than the parts in a way. Like, yeah, they got Khalil Mack, but I don't know. They got Deshaun Hand at defensive tackle, Tier Tart. It's not a bunch of like dominant names, but the scheme that Minter runs, it just he gets people dialed in, and puts them in the right position to succeed. Jesse Minter is one of the best defensive coordinators in the league. When Chargers and Chiefs play, man, it's just two good defenses, but it's also two good quarterbacks. I just love Chargers Chiefs games.
Yeah. Hey, last year we were physical as shit with them. I mean, Chiefs kind of bullied them.
Yeah,
We bullied them on both
yeah,
sides of the ball.
uh-huh. Yeah, I remember that first game, especially. I think the Chiefs won like 17-10. It was just defensive. It was a great game. So I love these division games in the AFC West.
Unfortunately, that was where
Um,
Rasheed Rice tore his ACL.
oh no.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. Let me ask you this.
And
Do you think could Lad McConkey be a top 10 wide receiver this year?
I don't think they'll pass it enough for that to happen.
I mean, he's a
But
PPR
I
sort
think
of, well, I guess we're not talking fantasy football, but yeah, I mean, so you don't think he could have the yardage and touchdowns just from a sheer volume point?
yeah. Yeah, and, I know he had a great rookie year. I think he might take a little bit of a step back just with Keenan Allen and Trey Harris coming in.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. Do you think Omarion Hampton could be a top tenner?
Yes,
Yeah?
I'm high on him. I think he's going to be really. I think he's going to take over that job from Najee, and he'll be a stud.
Okay.
Really good pass catcher too. Yeah, the secondary they got Derwin James. He's kind of the stud there. They still got Tony Jefferson still kicking it, huh? I love it. Oh, former Sooner, just in the league forever. But yeah, I don't know. I don't love the interior defensive line. I think they could, when we're talking about them going up a team like the Chiefs with Creed Humphrey and Trey Smith, I think they could have their way inside
Yeah.
against this defensive line. Um, so yeah, that's the defense. Special teams. Will Lutz, that kicker, he's pretty good. Um, J.K. Scott at punter, he's solid. I don't know who the return guy is. Darius Davis, don't know who that is. Schedules 15th, so like middle of the pack, +5 net rest edge. Um, yeah, it all comes down to Herbert. How far can Herbert take them this year? It's one of the more interesting teams because I feel like if he kind of has a so-so year, doesn't win a playoff game, people are going to be on his ass even more.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of rooting for him to get a playoff win, but we'll see. It's going to be a challenge. How do you see these guys as a playoff team?
I think they'll be in the running for it when it's all said and done. I honestly think that it's top heavy, and I put them in. I don't know who I'd have to put out of there. I think maybe Jacksonville could be in the running. I think
Yeah,
Steelers could be in the running. Who else am I missing? That
Bengals.
I think Bengals will for sure be in there. Yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I think it may come down to sort of like the Steelers and in Jacksonville. I'd put L.A. Chargers in there, barely squeaking it
Yeah, I
out.
think so. I think they are a level above Jacksonville and Pittsburgh, but we'll see, man. It's a tough division, like we've been saying. So one injury, Herbert goes down, they're fucked. So
Yeah.
um, let's look at the Raiders now, Drew.
Yep.
Six, 16-1, 55-1, 125-1 Super Bowl, 6.5 win total, but it's minus 190 to the over, so it's pretty much a 7 win total right now. Um, I'm excited. It's been a good off season. Like I said, I really think the Raiders, it's been a disappointing run the last couple years, but getting Pete Carroll to come in, you get general manager John Spytek coming in, you get Brady coming in, get Geno Smith coming in, you get Ashton Genty coming in. I just like what they've done. It's been exactly what they needed to do this offseason. And I think you got guys like Max Crosby.
Yep.
Max Crosby's going to be reinvigorated this year, I think. He kind of had a down year, missed time with injury last year. I think he's going to be amped up and he might win defensive player of the year. I might put a bet on
Oh.
him. I just think he's going to be an absolute monster this year. Um, Brock Bowers, I think, is going to be an absolute monster. Um, so yeah, I'm excited, man. It's all about Geno. We get Geno coming in um with a trade with the Seahawks, and I just it's a significant upgrade over what they had last year. I mean, it was a joke running O'Connell and Minshew out there. Add some stability. That's what the Raiders offseason's been. It's been about stability. And they had some good cap space. They went out, added a guard Alex Kappa to the O line. I like that move. I like the Jeremy Chin pickup on defense. 2-year deal, safety, like him. And I really like offensive coordinator Drew. They went out and got Chip Kelly from Ohio State.
Yeah.
Huge pickup.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see him back in the NFL. We'll see if he runs some up tempo stuff. I think it'll be really. I think they're going to want to run the ball a shit ton. That's just kind of Pete Carroll's philosophy, and I think Chip Kelly, he's got a really innovative run game, so it's gonna be fun to watch.
They got your guy Darian Porter.
Yeah, picked him up in the draft. I knew he would be an AFC West guy. If the Chiefs didn't get him, an AFC West team would.
Yeah.
So we'll see if he can make some plays against your Chiefs. But yeah, man, I'm excited to see the Raiders. I think the fan base deserves to have a winning team. It's one of the best fan bases in the league. Get them rowdy. Let's get the Raiders fans rowdy this year.
Yeah.
On defense, Patrick Graham, defensive coordinator, runs a 4-3. I said I think Max Crosby's Defensive Player of the Year candidate. We'll see if we can get some guys around him to come up. Um, Secondary, we mentioned Darian Porter. They got Eric Stokes, um, Jeremy Chin at safety. Like I said, I think his playmaking and Porter's. I like the additions to the secondary. It's got some inexperience, but you know, though they might have to against these quarterbacks in the AFC West. Might be some growing pains, but
One guy
I
they
think they're
did
heading in the right direction.
one guy they did lose was a big sort of energy guy, sort of led the mentality. Spillane.
Hmm.
That was a big loss for them and
Yeah,
a
you like him.
huge ad for the Patriots. They
Yeah.
paid him some good money.
Uh-huh. And special teams, they got Daniel Carlson at kicker. He's pretty reliable. I like him. AJ Cole, he's a really good punter.
Yeah.
He's a Pro Bowl caliber punter. Um, Schedule is 18th. Strength of schedule minus net 19 net rest edge. What the fuck? Fuck the NFL. The Raiders always think they're getting screwed too, so it doesn't surprise me they have the worst net rest edge.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the NFC. You got anything else on the Raiders?
They're fun. They're frisky. I think they'll have some big moments in there. I don't think they're a playoff team this year. But I think anybody that underrates them or overlooks them is going to get caught in their trap.
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't, who they got week one? I'm excited to see them week one. Do you got it in you for another division, or should we wrap it up there? Let's just wrap it up there and go to Find Your Inner Pirate.
I'm good with that.
Yeah,
Real
that was a
quickly, I mean,
lot.
one guy that I want to just shout out in our league, I think Dr. Bootylicious has been
Oh yeah.
he's been a waiver wire king in our league. I've loved some of his additions.
He's already been making moves. Who's you picking up?
Ollie Gordon. Have you been following Ollie
Oh yeah.
Gordon? Chris Rodriguez. You following Chris?
Is it Washington?
Yeah. He's had a monster preseason.
Yeah, that's a good pickup with B Rob going.
I mean, both of those guys, I was sitting there watching them thinking, God, should I click the button already and pick up Ollie Gordon? Damn it, he got him.
Yeah,
Should I pick up Chris Rodriguez? Damn it, he got him. So,
yeah.
yeah, he's
Our league is sharp, bro. I
uh,
mean, you got to be quick to the trigger with these
no
additions.
doubt.
Somebody will, somebody will come in and take them.
No doubt.
Yeah, I'm excited to get the league going.
Yeah.
Should
Yeah,
be
me too.
fun.
But anyway, question. I mean, do you have before we get into it, do you have a meal of the week?
Uh, Not really. Nothing really stood out to me. I mean, I just ate up my normal spot, so yeah, and I don't really have anything memorable. What about you?
What I just had, I'm trying to remember. Do you know, do you know what kind of tacos it is when you have, it's like almost like a shredded beef and it comes with a beef juice right there that you dip it in and it's a hard shell.
No.
Oh, you don't. Oh, what am I thinking of?
Oh, burrito
Birria
tacos?
tacos. You got it there. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah, those are good.
we tried it as a sample at Costco today, and Mosh and I liked it so much we bought the pack, and you put them in the oven.
Hell yeah.
Dude, it is the best cheese. It's this creamy, like really sort of gooey white cheese in there with the birria meat, and it comes with a big old side of that juice that you dip it in, some rice on the side. Man, it hit
Beautiful.
the spot. It was awesome.
Sounds tasty as fuck.
Yeah.
Costco is a good place, man. You ever had the Costco pizza?
Yeah, I had a slice today.
I like their pizza.
You know, Portnoy is a huge hater on the Costco and Costco's pizza.
Really?
Yeah, big time.
Well, his ass only gets cheese pizza. He doesn't know what to get. Get a slice of pepperoni.
Well, he hates Costco, and he did a review at it, and he sat there and ate it, and he goes, "God, this is so bad." But I can see, he said, I can see that people who would like Costco would like this. So, but he rated it extremely low.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's funny.
yeah,
Yeah, you want to get into Find Your Inner Pirate? I'll have to try that.
yeah.
You can get those quesadilla tacos at Costco.
At Costco,
You
yeah,
have to
they're
cook them yourself, though.
right. They're pre-made and everything. You just pop them in the oven.
Okay, I'll look at them. I
Yeah,
drive by Costco pretty often.
there you go. But
I'll have to look at them.
yeah, I've got four on my Find Your Inner Pirate.
Okay, start us off.
Okay, I mean, number one, Find Your Inner Pirate. This is kind of the guy that this is what we do it for. It's an underrated guy that comes in and takes what they want, and boom, they found their inner pirate. My White Knight, Jay. My White Knight, Danny Dimes. I'm gonna I'm gonna write in.
Dimes.
I'm gonna write into a pot of riches at the end of the season, writing my White Knight, Danny Dimes, went in there with a chip on his shoulder, signed with Indianapolis because he knew he had a good chance at competing there. He competed, he won the team over,
Uh-huh.
and frickin' Steichen says he's our guy, not for half the season. He's our guy for the full season. We got a long leash on the White Knight.
Hell yeah. I love it. Great for our fantasy teams.
It is.
Great for our best balls. Been drafting them late in the draft.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were kind of we were the podcast kind of calling it when the news happened. We said, "Hey, Dimes is going to win that job." We
Yeah.
called it.
We
So,
did. One other thing, and then I'll let you have a couple here. One other one that we called, this was weeks ago on the pod. Who was I saying smooth like butter? You remember?
no, I know, I know. I remember you saying this, though. I don't remember who it was about.
Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. Bill.
Oh, okay.
I was sitting there saying, Jay, you look at this guy in the preseason, he looks good. He has the cuts. He's like, he just slices through the line and just sort of finds his way to the second level. I think the Commanders
Hmm.
like this running back. And then boom, the Brian Robinson trade rumors start, and then about a week of that, and then he gets dealt. And now we're sitting here looking at Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, maybe what the one or two sort of back there in Washington. And you heard it here on
Yeah,
the pod first. This was I was saying this back when you could have picked him up off waiver wires. You could have drafted him
yeah.
in your sort of last rounds in best ball.
Hmm.
And now look at him.
Yep. And yeah, for sure. I mean, that was one of our better calls this off season was picking him late. I
Yeah,
think I got him on at least a couple best ball teams.
good.
And next pod, Drew, we'll do our exposure segment where it's our last pod before the season. Let's let's take a list. Let's get a list together of the guys who drafted the most, and even maybe some notable guys that you didn't draft a lot. We can talk about them too.
That'll
I
be
think that'd
great.
be a good segment.
That'll be awesome.
So yeah, get on that for next pod. But yeah, I think Krosky Merritt's he's gonna have some moments. He's gonna look like a good pickup for sure.
I mean, he's a guy
Um,
who came in totally underrated, and he found his inner pirate. He's worked his way up the depth chart. He's taken a grown man's job. And so you got to give him his shout out there.
right on. Oh, I got an NFL one. Find your inner pirate, Travion Henderson.
Yeah.
Uh, we've seen what he's done on the field this preseason. Looks like he's going to be a real stud, a really great draft pick by the Patriots. But he's also leading prayer groups, Drew, for the
Oh,
team. This is awesome. A rookie coming in, taking on a leadership role like that. That's incredible to see. So a lot of good vibes at the Patriots and Travion Henderson. He's found his inner pirate. Looks like a steal of a draft pick.
love that. I want to throw Ollie Gordon in there, Jay. Ollie Gordon has found his inner pirate. I don't know if you've seen this guy.
Another, it's a third running back for us finding his inner pirate.
Yeah. Just smashing the lines in preseason. Just if you put it, you give it to him up the middle, and he's just gonna smash some mouths. Jay, I can't get enough of watching him.
Oh yeah, love it. I got one more football one. Last night was week 0 in college football. Hawaii, Tommy Chang, quarterback Micah Alihado, kicker Kanze Matsuzawa, who learned how to kick on YouTube with the walk-off field goal last night on the islands.
Oh my
Hawaii
god!
takes down Stanford.
Wow,
So Hawaii football's found their inner pirate.
nice.
And I got one last one. Or I got two more. One sports, one non-sports. Tommy Fleetwood's found his inner pirate. The PGA golfer. He's a guy. I think he's a Brit. He's from England, but I've always liked watching him. He's got probably the best hair on the tour. He's been so close to winning. He hadn't won his whole career. And then finally today he takes home the FedEx Cup, his first PGA Tour win. So I'm happy for Tommy Fleetwood. He's found his inner pirate.
Nice,
Great season on tour.
nice.
And he's had some real heartbreakers too. I mean, there was this Travelers Championship like a month ago where he was leading and he just kind of blew it late. It's just kind of been the story of his career, but he finally broke through. So shout out to Tommy.
Nice. Shout out, Tommy. I'll
And
throw
just
one in
real
there.
quick,
Oh yeah.
yeah, go for it.
Um
Go for it.
what one guy found his inner pirate this year. Yeah, again, heard it on the pod early. Is this was back when he was sort of an unknown name, just a draft pick. But Isaac Tesla, all name,
Yeah,
all name team. He's looked awesome in preseason.
he has.
He just grabs balls out of the air. I I'm gonna love to see
Yeah,
what he puts together this year.
same. He's been jumping off the screen one of the few times I've seen him.
Yeah,
So I think that was a really good deep sleeper call by us. Mike Kadick has found his inner pirate. New Barstool personality. I mean, this guy's electric, Drew. I showed you some of the clips when I was up there. Former offensive lineman for Indiana. Portnoy really hit gold with this one. This guy's going
mm,
to be a star. He's been in the beach house thing these last 3 weekends. He's just been the ultimate vibes guy. He did this. He did this players only meeting like one of the Saturdays they're out because they go Thursday through Sunday. So it was like the first Saturday, and he was like, "We got to have a meeting." a players only meeting. He was like, "What we did the first 2 days was great. That was awesome." But we can't just rest on that and say, "Oh, we're hungover. We're so tired." No, this is when we go. This is when we make our money. It was just a great speech. So
Nice.
he's electric, and I think he's a rising star at Barstool. Mike Kadick.
Nice.
Anything else, Find Your Inner Pirate?
I mean, I thought about just throwing in a fake one that the Saints finally they put together their Super Bowl team now that they filled with Devon Vele,
The missing
the
piece.
missing piece. They're ready for the Super Bowl now. Yeah.
That's great. Might be right. You never know.
You never know.
NFL. That's the beauty of this league. There's the beauty of this league is that there are legit Saints fans out there that right now are thinking we could win it all.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of the NFL. I mean, maybe not, but there are some fans that are that delusional. And it's not out of the realm of possibility. They can make the playoffs. You never know.
Yeah.
Probably not. Probably not though.
Right.
But there's always hope. There's hope in the NFL. That's what I like about the NFL compared to the other leagues is there's hope.
Sure.
In the NBA, if you don't have a top five guy, you have no hope of competing for a championship.
Right. Yeah.
So it's the league of hope.
And in any given Sunday, I mean, shit always happens to where
Yep.
just unexpected shit is always happening in the NFL. You'd never expect it.
Uh huh. Exactly. You want to end on some negativity, Drew, with Walk the Plank?
Always.
Okay. I got two juicy ones.
Okay. I've got 3 over here.
Okay, you start then.
All right. I'll start with one. Jay, my just loose prediction here, solely off of vibes, is Russell Wilson is walking the plank.
Oh, already?
Yeah. Yeah, already. Um, I mean, we loved what we've seen from the rookie so far. We know that they have a quarterback competition, too many up there, and really what I'm going on vibes here is that after the preseason game, the Giants tweeted out the three amigos. It was Tommy Cutlets, uh, um, Jameis Winston, and the rookie, Jackson Dart. And it was all three of them hanging out. And then Jameis Winston makes a meme
Oh,
of the three amigos and he tweets out his meme. And it just feels like exactly what we knew. Russell Wilson does not know how to be a dude in the locker room. He doesn't know
yeah.
how to. And this is this is why I think he's walking the plank. When you have a rookie, Jackson Dart, who's going to be threatening from behind, maybe he's even going to be starting at some point this season. Who do you want to be backing him up? Do you want to have Mr. Negative Russell Wilson, who's going to be undermining, going to be just sort of a dark cloud of energy? Or do you want the
Doing
three
high knees on the
doing
plank.
high knees? But that's when he's a starter. You don't want to see him when he's a backup and just being a dark cloud over that room.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, you're
I
right.
think we're in little danger of Russell Wilson territory where maybe he gets traded or something.
What if he just I'd almost be more tempted to say he just quits.
He
He's just
quits.
done.
Yeah.
Because you're right. You don't want that big cloudy cast as a backup. He won't bring any value to the team as a backup. He'll only hurt the
He
team
will.
with his bad vibes and doing high knees on the team plane.
Look,
What a joke.
he ever since the day one when he arrived and he started talking about the Super Bowl locker room, that he has the same locker during the Super Bowl that he won, and that it's like, Russell, are not aware of where you are right now. You're like lowest level starter, like could get benched, and you're sitting here talking about Super
Yeah.
Bowl, and like, he doesn't know where he is. It should be, hey, I'm happy to come in here and compete. And that's not what you
Uh-huh.
hear from him. So, and we know that his leadership was falling on deaf ears in Pittsburgh. It was falling on deaf ears in Denver. I think the vibes are
Yeah.
low. The vibes are pointing away from Russell Wilson right now. He's walking the plank.
Yeah. It's always fun to clown on Russell Wilson like that. I want to clown on this Motel 6 shuttle, Drew. This shuttle service I use coming back from Tennessee. I'm sitting there, I get off the plane at like 11:30 in Dallas at night, and I got work the next day. So I'm excited to get home and just kind of chill for a little bit and go to bed. But no, this Motel 6 shuttle had other plans. They just totally fucked me over. So I used this shuttle service. You can park your car at this hotel like a couple miles from the airport. It's a lot cheaper than keeping your car at the airport for 3 days, and it'd be like $50
Right.
I'm saving. So that's what I use when I travel. But I used this Motel 6 this time, and it was because it was the cheapest one. Well, never again will I use them. I get off the plane at like 11:30. Um, I call the number for them to come pick me up. I wait, I call again, I wait, I wait. I call a third time, and this I'm actually starting to get pissed off. And about an hour in, waiting for a shuttle.
Uh,
I should have just took an Uber, but I waited it out. Finally, they just never came. They did come one time, but it was to like they were going to like six different hotels also, and it was packed. They didn't have room for me, so I couldn't get on. That was another thing that pissed me off.
God.
So after that, finally, this guy from like a Hilton hotel, his shuttle comes. And I'm like, hey man, if I tip you, will you take me to Motel 6? And he did. So shout out to
Nice.
that guy, Reginald. Reginald was his name.
Shout out
He
Reginald.
saved me. But God, that was tough. I was pissed off. I didn't get home till like 1:30. So whatever.
You needed to put Reginald in
What?
Find Your Inner Pirate.
Yeah,
Actually, put you in Find
good
Your Inner
guy.
Pirate for even, having the awareness and the guts to just go for it and offer that tip out there and get it. I mean, that
Yeah,
you found your
I
inner
was
pirate.
desperate, man. I was desperate.
uh, Jay, your
What
travel.
about you? Who's walking the plank?
I just want to say your travel stories. You've always got a good one. There's always some good story to come from it. Love it.
Oh yeah.
Jay, Sky Moore is walking the plank. Shall I
Oh
s-
yeah. I knew
shall I
you'd say.
say
I knew we had to talk about this.
say Sky Hitler Moore to use his full name? I mean, Jay, it's incredible. He is so in his head. There's an alternate universe where he gets some confidence early and actually develops into. He's a talented guy. He has talented
Yeah.
routes. He has speed, and he's just this guy that's never been able to develop it because he gets in his head. He has these silly drops, and
Hmm.
it's been a steady road downhill last year where I don't even think he had a catch last year. And that's coming from getting some
Oof.
decent play in his first two seasons as a Chief. And then
Yeah.
new fresh opportunity with the 49ers. They're down some guys. They need someone who can come in and take some snaps. And they make the trade. Boom. First opportunity in the preseason. Hits him right in the hands, drops it. It's it's the
brick
same.
brick hands.
He just doesn't have the mind for the NFL.
Yeah. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It looks like he's a dead on bust
Yep.
right now. Probably needs to go down to like, now I'm not even joking this time. He probably needs to go down to like the XFL,
Yeah. He'll be a monster down
something
there.
like that. I got one more, Drew, and I think you'll like this one. I think you and Masha will like this one. Walking the Cracker Barrel's walking the plank.
Yeah.
You see this rebrand?
Yes.
What the hell is this new logo? It sucks. It has no aura to it. The old one was so great, so detailed,
Yeah.
just like the store's so detailed. What you can go by the menus detailed, the gift shops detailed, the outsides detailed. The Cracker Barrel is a perfect restaurant,
Yeah.
but they fucked up the logo this week. They're walking the plank.
They are. It's it's unforgivable. There's only one there's only two people on this planet at this point that could save the Cracker Barrel. That's Sydney Sweeney and who's our girl from the Pacers or from the
Sophie Cunningham.
Sophie Cunningham.
Sophie.
One of those two are the only ones who could save it at this point.
Yeah, they need to throw them a bag and get them on some commercials,
Yeah.
you know,
No,
because
they're
they took a real PR hit with this new logo.
yeah, they're screwed.
People are pissed.
They're they're not even walking the plank. They're pushed off. They're falling down into the water right now. It's a pit of sharks down there. They're in a bad spot.
Yeah, they are. We'll we'll see if they can, if they go back to the old logo. I don't. There's been a lot of outrage online, so we'll see if they get bullied to going back to it.
Jay, I have one last one. The Bengals O line is walking the plank here.
Mm,
I'm I'm just the vibes in Cincinnati. I'm going to say the Bengals are walking the
yeah,
plank, okay? Because I don't know if it was fully the O line or partly Joe Burrow, but there's just so much shit there. I mean, they fucked over Trey Hendrickson with the contract. They won't trade him. They're asking the Moon to trade him, but they also won't sign him. So if there's other
yeah,
teams willing to trade for him, that's saying we're willing to sign him. We're willing to pay him what it's worth. We'll trade you for him. But the Bengals sit there and say, well, no, we want the Moon in order to trade for him, but we don't think that much of him that we're willing to pay him. So he's screwed in this middle
right,
point where his only option is the
yeah,
Bengals and they're not willing to deal with him. And he's just gonna have to play it out. He's just just screw Trey Hendrickson, and then their defense is just so thin. They don't have any defensive backs. I was talking with
yeah,
LeCamp about it. I was I was flipping him some shit, and yeah, I mean this preseason play is embarrassing, dude, where no one will block for Joe Burrow. The guard puts his hands up in the air, like, oh, I don't know what
uh-huh,
to do. It's it's looking like it could be another disappointing year out of Cincinnati. All the talent in the world,
yeah,
they have the magic there, and the organization just can't get its shit together to put together a good team ready to go for week one.
yeah,
They're the only one of the only teams that them in Dallas, you see this every year. They're just not ready for week one.
uh-huh. Yep, you're right. And they tried to play Joe Burrow in the preseason this year to kind of thwart that, so they come out stronger. But it may not matter if the defense is going to be as bad as it's look.
Yeah.
Um, and when you're paying Burrow, Chase, and Higgins what you're paying them, you just don't have the margin for error with the rest of your roster. and I don't know who the GM is there, but he's not doing a very good job lately. And we know the owner's cheap, so you just don't have the margin for error that you had when those guys were on their rookie deals.
Yeah,
So it could be a long season in Cincinnati. But at the same time, Burrow and Chase are so good, like they could beat anybody any day. So, but yeah, I just don't think they have the margin for error anymore. They need to get Hendrickson signed. They need to get him back.
yeah. I mean, it's just going to be, I think, a tough run for them. We'll see, though.
Uh huh. All right, brother. We got anything else before we get out of here? Just a 2 hour, just meaty, just breaking down teams. A lot of fun. You got anything else?
Just ready for week one, man. I mean, I've been pumped for it. Um, I was joking around with Masha. I've given her a break on the preseason. We've actually not watched much preseason, and I just keep
Yeah.
nudging her like, "Hey, right around the corner, it's gonna be full season of football." She's like, "Yay!" No, but I'm ready for it. I can't wait.
Hell yeah. Same, man. We got college week one this week, so we'll have to put out some bets for the people, and we'll come next pod. We'll recap that. We'll do some predictions. We'll go over our who we think's making the playoffs, who we think's gonna win it all. We'll look at our best ball exposure and any fantasy talk we want to do. We'll do that too. So we got another good one next Sunday,
Hell yeah.
and then it'll be week one, baby.
Yeah. Hey, can I throw out a suggestion? I'm thinking maybe what if we did sort of like silence our TVs and maybe you and I sit there and do our pods on Sunday night and we sort of call the game almost during Sunday night.
Yeah, that'd be great if you want to do that. I'd be down.
I think it'd be fun as we go through the pod as we normally do, make note of any big plays and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, and I'm getting Sunday ticket this year. I'm gonna try and watch every game. I think I looked at it week one. I wish they would put more games at the afternoon window, but they got like 9 games at the noon. If I get Sunday ticket, I get the 4 box, and then I have like 2 other TVs and my laptop and my phone. So I think I can maybe watch every game this year. So
Wow.
I'll be taking, I'll try and do that. I'll try and take some notes, and yeah, that could be a really good podcast for us for sure. And we can talk fantasy too.
Yeah. Wow,
We
you're
can
up
talk
for an
about the
incredible season.
yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
All right. Well, I'll look forward to it
Well,
on Sunday nights.
hell yeah, brother. Sunday nights is where we're at. Find your inner
Boom.
pirate, baby.
Let's go.
Let's go. Great pod, man. Thank you for your time. I know it was a lot, but
Yeah.
when we missed 2 or 3 weeks, we got to catch up. But yeah, we'll be back next week with another banger.
Good to see you, sir. Have a great week. We'll talk next
All
week.
right, you too.
Peace.
Swing your sword, baby.